Wanted to make a video of my new turbine on its 55-foot tower. 2-inch galvanized Schedule 40 pipe. Rigid. Windmill's a HY 1000L 24 volt model, 1000 watt. Anyway, here's the guy wire points. It's a 6-foot T-post. Drilled some holes in it, put some 5/16 stainless steel shackles in it, and these 1/2-inch 12-inch adjustability turnbuckles, wire thimbles, wire clips. The bottom wire is 10 foot, the 10-foot section on the tower, 30 foot, 50 foot. The bottom two are 1/8 inch 719 wire rope, and the top one is 3/16 719 wire rope. There's 3 points. There's one over there just to the right of the tree. There's another one right there in the middle of the screen. And that was a puddle. Awesome. I built this base, dug this hole. It's 3 foot deep. It's got a bell on the bottom of it. Used 8 bags of concrete. And I built it originally for an 1.5-inch pipe that my first windmill was standing up on. Well, this windmill takes a 2-inch pipe in the coupling, so I bolted up some more pieces to that. And it's gym pole setup. That top bolt's like a lock. And that's it. What am I forgetting? 30-foot gym pole. Use a little 2,000-pound winch to pull it down. And on these 3 wire setups, you need some ropes to hold the tower from when it's going to fall that way, and when it's laying down, the gym pole's standing straight up. Well, as you start to raise it, the pipe is going to sway one way or the other, and nothing's going to hold it there. The gym pole's going to do the same thing and go this way or that way. Well, these ropes right here ties down to a point over there on the ground, which is right in line with the pivot, and there's another one over there. So one rope goes one way, one goes the other way, and then there's 2 on the gym pole when it's installed. So when you stand it up, you have the I guess the security of having a 4-wire setup, but you can take them off when they're done. Well, except for that, unless you got a really big ladder, which I don't. I think I got everything. Number 10 wire coming down the pole. There's number 10 THHN just laying on the ground right here. I'm gonna dig a trench for it one day. It works. All the joints are shoved back up into the bottom of the pipe. And for the inside, two 1,000-watt Sun G inverters, 22 to 60 volt, and an 80 amp, I believe, rectifier, and 2 3-ohm 1,500 watt dump loads. That one on the left's a little bit darker because I was testing it. And if power dies on this setup, I didn't do anything special, just plugged it in. But if power dies on this setup while the windmill's connected to it and the wind is blowing, it will burn all the power off that it's being made to that dump load. If one of the connectors or one of the inverters doesn't have power, say the connector falls out of it, that one will light up a dump load, and this one's over here trying to work, but it won't let it because it pulls the voltage way down, slows the windmill down. And the wind is sucking right now. This morning I came out here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was before the wind, the front came through, and this said 165, and it's around noon now. What's that, 7 hours? 7 hours it made roughly a kilowatt, and this is how long it's been running, to give you that other number, 261. Let's get to some watts. It's doing good earlier. Saw, I think it was just shy of 300, and then Shot a video, another video that I ended up deleting. I saw like 375 on that one. And then the latest big number that I saw was 572. I don't think I'm getting all the power that I should be getting according to the graph, the chart that comes with the windmill. Fearless Thinker said, you lose some efficiency with the inverters, not feeding it to batteries, or not using batteries, charging batteries. And also, there's a couple trees to the northeast of the windmill. It was in the video in the beginning. And then there's some trees off to the left-hand side in the neighbor's yard. When the wind's blowing northwest, it turns the turbine out of the wind or creates a bunch of turbulence, and it really kills the power on it. Seems to be doing all right now. Yeah, turned it out of the wind. Wind's still up, voltage is dropping. And now I turn back into the wind, making power again. I believe I need to raise up my tower. I think the tree next to it's around 60 foot, maybe 55. I don't have any way to measure it. And then the trees in the front yard are easily 15 foot taller than my windmill. They're about a football field away. They say that 300 feet, 30 foot higher than anything within 300 feet. More than 300 feet, but I think it still jacks with it. I'm looking to see what it takes to get this thing up to about 80 or 90. Shit, 100. Also, something else that I found, Windy Nation website, they have a DIY for do-it-yourself wind turbines, and they give you formulas that you can use to determine how long the tail boom should be from the yaw point, and also how big the tail section should be in reference to the rotor diameter. This one's 77 inches. On their site they have a graph, and at 80 inches it says the tail boom is supposed to be around 48 inches, and the surface area is supposed to be 250 to 500, somewhere in there. Well, I took some measurements of this one, and the tail boom is 26 inches, and the surface area, from just kind of rough calculation, was around 175, maybe 200 square inches, which is a little on the small side. So I plan on maybe dropping it down and cutting that off, extending it out, and building a bigger tail fin. Hopefully that'll help it stay tracked into the wind whenever it's turbulent. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long. It's going to take forever to upload. Peace.